Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail and necessary appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Oh man, these pretzels are spicy. What is that? Sea salt?
On the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
You know, you really irritate me with your store-bought haircut and excellent posture.
My name's Poppascotch, and as I always say, yeah, well, it is a sculpture, and I got a good price on it because the dick is weird. Welcome to Plotty Time. So yeah, it's been a week. Let's just go right into it. You guys just want to get into it?
Let's fucking go, bro.
I got a lot of thoughts about this game, so we'll move this along.
All right.
Start where we always start. Dr. Syintist, what are you playing? What are you watching? What are you doing? What's going on with you?
Well, I watched a few movies.
Okay.
I watched one called Zone 414.
Zone 414. I'm unfamiliar with this one.
It's a science fiction thing set in like a dystopian future where there's androids running around and stuff. And this guy hires a private detective to find his daughter who's in like this android section of town. That's basically it. It's all right. It's not bad.
You know, when you say dystopian future androids, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to listen to what this guy has to say. I don't know if I'm going to love it, but I'm listening.
I think the only person you know who was in it was Guy Pearce.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not bad. It's worth a watch if you got nothing else to do.
Okay. Zone 141?
414.
414. Ooh, buddy. All right. Good. Hot start. What else you got?
I watched Kate. I think it was on Netflix.
Kate?
Yeah, the one with Ramona Flowers and what's her name? Mary Lou.
Oh, the action movie or whatever it is.
Yeah, and she's like an assassin and she gets poisoned and she's trying to find.
Oh, well, she has like one day.
Yeah.
To do.
Oh, okay. What do you think? Any good?
I thought about watching.
They're okay. It's okay. It's just as good as the last one.
Entertaining enough.
Yeah. If you're really bored and you want to watch it, yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
The classic meh movie.
Oh, wait till you get to my list. I got plenty of meh.
It's lousy with meh.
And then I watched a beautiful little slapper called Night's End.
Shut the hell up.
Did you watch it?
Let me see my list here.
You might have watched it
Yeah, I did.
this week.
I did.
All right, we'll wait till you talk
I
about
don't
it.
know what this is. Let me check. Keep going.
Chump Slap will talk about it when he gets
What do
there.
you think about it? Yeah, nay?
I'll talk about it when you get
All
there.
right.
I also finished up the 4th season of Discovery, Star Trek Discovery. It was all right.
Is that the newest?
Yeah.
Is it the last one, or are they doing a 5th? Or no, Picard was the one that was ending. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't. They're probably doing another one of Discovery. I don't know.
Don't they always do like a certain amount of seasons? Star Trek movie?
Usually like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But I guess it just depends on how long people watch.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
There's a new day and age.
Yeah. I played a couple games too. I played one called Feudal Alloy. It's a
Feudal Alloy.
It's a Metroidvania where you play a robot in a robot society.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
And someone steals all the oil from the old folks. So you try and track down who stole it and get all the oil back for everybody.
Interesting.
Yeah. You work on a sunflower farm making sunflower oil for all the robots.
And you're a robot yourself?
Yeah.
Is it all just a world of robots?
Yes.
Just robot 9 to 5-ing? Is that what we're...
Yeah. And then you got to go out on a quest. And it's Metroidvania. You need to go back and forth around. And all
Right
that
on.
abilities.
Right on.
Is it side-scroller or 3D?
Side-scroller.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay.
And I played this game called Swordbreaker.
Do you break swords?
It's just a... What are they called?
Blacksmith.
Choose your own adventure game, but on PlayStation. Like you go and you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you go here or there, and you make a decision. You go here or there.
Huh.
I'm surprised they didn't do more of those because it's just a
I
still
know.
picture with the story on it.
Seriously.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was. It was all right. If you like Choose Your Own Adventures, it's highly recommended.
It's what Tom Hanks...
Yes, Tom
pitched.
Hanks is in it.
Is he really?
No,
I was going to say. It's what he pitched when he was
I'm big.
in Big.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's almost exactly like that.
It really amazes me how much you know about Big Chump Slap.
Oh, I've seen it so many times.
I've seen Big probably
Back when I was a child.
conservatively 40 times.
Yeah, probably had it on VHS or it was on HBO all the time.
When we were kids and our parents needed to put something on the VCR to shut us up.
Yeah, right.
It's just Big again.
Yeah.
Everyone got along with Big.
Play Big!
Oh, flashbacks.
But that's all I did this week. What about you, Poppascotch? What'd you play? What'd you watch? What'd you do?
Well, thanks for asking. So big one, played, finished Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, yeah?
Numbed it?
I did something really dumb, which could have cut. I think I spent 109 hours playing it.
Rookie numbers.
I know. Like if you were paying attention and aware of what to do, you probably could platinum it in like 50 or 60. I wasted so much time just trying to farm certain machines to get certain parts to upgrade my legendary stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize that by using my best weapon that had explosion power, I didn't realize that damaged all the parts, so I would never get any of them. So, like, all my legendary weapons are stuck at, like, level 1 out of 5. So I figured that out, and then I realized I was having really this big issue with the arena that I had to beat, these big issues with the hunting grounds. And then I'm like, wait, can I make this easier? And I looked at the difficulty, and my difficulty was, for some reason, set to hard.
Oh, there you go.
So I set it to story, and I started farming, and I got like 3 upgrades immediately. I platinumed the game. I beat the hard things I wasn't able to do. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I guess that's it. And then I put it away, uninstalled it.
Uninstalled? Not even waiting for DLC?
No new game plus?
It's just, it's not, there's no new, I don't know if there's new game plus. I don't think there is.
I doubt it.
Yet. But I uninstalled it. I plan on doing the DLC, but it's a goddamn restrictive hard drive, man. I had to get rid of it for now.
Restrictive hard drive.
It's only so big, and I'm
you
out
can
of
only
space.
have one Duke game on it.
Yeah.
Dude, putting on 2 Call of Duty games basically means you can't put on any other games that aren't like
I know, you could have just deleted Call of
8
Duty.
bits. But I still throw it in every once in a while. I'm not going to talk about it, but every once in a while, still throw it in. There's some interesting things going on in the zombie community. They're thinking about coming out with the Zombie Chronicles 2. Hot take.
Whoa. Zombie rumors.
Whoa. That should be its own news section.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a side podcast. No, NBD.
Yeah, bring the minisodes back.
There we go. Just for this. Just for Zombos news. So I finished that, numbed it, uninstalled it, and then I told you guys I was going to play this, and I tried. Like, I really tried to play Friday the 13th, the game.
Oh.
I thought it was a Metroidvania at first. Like, he's like, I tried, I just couldn't get into it. But
No, I still have Axiom Verge, and I do want to get back to that. But I tried playing Friday the 13th, and I think it would be a really fun game if you had friends to play with.
ugh.
Well, I know, right? But it's like basically
Like Left 4 Dead-ish, kind of.
Yeah, it's a lot like Left 4 Dead. You play either as Jason or you play as the counselors.
Yeah.
And you either hide, you can attack Jason. If you hide and he finds you, it's an insta-kill. Jason has the ability to just, like, be ominous and, like, teleport around the map.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool. I see what they were trying to do, but the controls are, like, super fucking clunky. It just doesn't look good, even for when it was released.
Oh, really?
Like, it looks like a generation behind, like a PS3 game.
Ew.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. I think it would be, like I said, it'd be super fun to play with if you had a group together. It's like, okay, you be Jason this time.
Yeah.
But basically, it really leaves me playing with just bots.
Oh, that's dumb. There's not even like a matchmaking?
There is, but I mean, it's dead. Like, the game's a PS4 game. No one plays anymore. I mean, maybe I could go online and get people, but the trophies are like, kill Jason like 600 times. And I'm like, there's no way.
How can you kill Jason?
Play as a survivor.
No, but I mean, actually kill him.
Oh, you can't.
There are ways to kill him in the game, and then all the counselors survive. You can, if you're a counselor and you want to survive, you can wait out the timer, you can get in the car and get away, or you can call the police and wait for them to arrive and save you. But the whole time, Jason's like taking out electrical boxes, which causes it to be dark, which causes your fear meter to go up, which means Jason can find you easier. So it's...
Because he can smell fear.
Yeah, it's like it's an interesting balance, and I think there's a fun game in there, but me playing with bots now, I'm like, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I hear that.
But other than that, I did throw in a throwback game because the wife told me I wouldn't do it, and I did.
Child.
Man.
12.
I installed the Crash Bandicoot Insane Collection.
Oh,
Crash Bandicoot was fun.
Did we get that for free?
it's possible.
I don't remember paying for it, but it said it's in my library, so I was like, okay, I'll
It is
download it.
very possible we got it at one month. I mean,
Yeah, who knows? Might have been like the first one ever.
I think that was the game where they put it out. It was like $40, and everyone's like, you know what? We're just gonna. This whole thing smells like it's gonna be a PlayStation Plus game, like any day. now.
Yeah.
And no one bought it. And then it was on PlayStation Plus like 8 months later, and I probably grabbed it, or like a $5 sale or something.
Yeah.
But I played through the first one a little bit, and it looks a billion times better than the PlayStation one.
Yeah, I
And,
imagine
you know, it's,
so.
it's fucking Crash Bandicoot, man. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
it's fun to run through those levels. When there's a break, because I'm gonna start Alan Wake next.
ooh,
Oh, don't write checks your ass can't cash.
yeah.
I know, right? I also didn't. I failed to mention that all this happened today. That I finished Horizon, played enough of Friday the 13th to know I hated it, and am going to start Alan Wake next. But
Fair enough.
yeah, fun times. I also pre-ordered the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection.
Nice.
Oh, what games are in that?
Turtles in Time.
Do you want me to read through them all? I should have had that ready. I could have called your fucking bluff. No, I don't have them. But that goes for what I'm playing. Hopefully, I come back with some Alan Wake news next week. But what I'm watching, we finished season 2 of The Righteous Gemstones.
Mm-hmm.
It is fucking great.
Oh, son of
Yeah?
a bitch! I gotta go get it now.
It's great. Eric Andre's in it, and he's fantastic. And like he's another like Texas preacher,
Yeah, that
like
sounds cool.
living this big mega church life. And he has this crazy. It's just he's great. He's really great in it.
All right.
Yeah, highly recommend. And then we also started watching Ted Lasso again. Well, I was starting watching it again.
Oh,
Like,
did you
for the
need a
first
little
time.
pick me up?
Yeah, man. Well, after Righteous Gemstones got pretty fucking serious this season. By the way.
Really?
Yeah, so I was like, let's turn this around a little. But they're both very good. I highly suggest either of them. And I probably watched movies, but they're really not
Nothing stuck out.
ringing a bell. We started watching. Ooh, maybe this will jog my memory. We started watching The Crazies,
Mm-hmm.
the new one, which I really enjoy that movie.
Which one's the new one?
The one with Timothy Olyphant,
Okay.
Timothy Olyphant, Justified Man,
Yes.
and
Who?
what's her name? Is it Rona Mitra or Melissa George? I forget who the female lead is.
Yeah. Well.
It's from like 2010. If you haven't seen it, Dr. Scientist, it's a great movie.
Yeah. That's where the town just goes crazy, right?
Yeah, like
What's it
some,
called again?
The Crazies.
The Crazies. I'll add it to the list and maybe we'll watch it.
I suggest it. It's pretty solid. But we also watched another brain infection movie. What the fuck did we watch?
Brain Candy?
No, it's not Brain Candy, unfortunately.
No.
But it was another virus movie, and now I can't remember what it is.
The Thing.
Man, I'm good at movies.
12 Monkeys.
Whatever. Who
I'll look it up.
cares?
That's it for me, anyways. What about you, Sir Chump Slap? Same questions. What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Give you 2 guesses what I'm playing.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Nailed it.
Hot Stuff VR.
No, I've been playing Elden Ring still.
Oh.
Can't get enough.
Beat it yet?
No, but I think I only have 4 bosses left, according to the trophy list.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, it's 4 or 5 unknowns. And then there's the 3 endings. And then
So you got to play it twice yet. 2 additional times.
I might see if there's a way to cheese and just like save to the cloud, reload.
Oh, you could do that on
Yeah.
those games.
Yeah.
What, you don't want to play through it another 275 hours?
I think I will
That's-
play through it again. Maybe I'll do save and do 2 endings and then just do the final one.
Yeah, you're calling this bluff. I mean, this is a guy that played the shit out of Fallout New Vegas like 6 months ago. So,
Seriously.
with nothing else to play, so I'm gonna take his word for it. I think he will play it again at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's got nothing else. This year, when we do the top 5 games, it's just going to be Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring,
This
Elden
isn't
Ring,
even
and Elden
close to how long I played fucking Call of Duty.
Ring. Yeah.
So far,
Yeah. Well,
there's also, I think, there's a Call of Duty coming out this year, isn't there?
no, aren't they skipping this year? I don't know.
I forget. I remember them saying they're gonna skip a year, but I don't remember if it's this year or.
Oh, it might be next year,
Who
whatever.
fucking cares?
yeah. We'll see. Anyway, Elden Ring's kicking ass. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Well, I watched a couple movies too. If you guys want to hear about these,
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely.
I watched this one called Burial Ground Massacre. Sounds
Okay.
cooler than it is.
It doesn't sound
Okay.
that cool, but
It's about this rich family that builds their house on an Indian burial ground, and
Awesome.
they
And
have all these artifacts in their house, and kids are having a party, and there's like a haunted wedding ring from a native tribe, and
wedding rings from native tribes.
then because she was marrying a white person, and then she got slaughtered or whatever. I don't know. And all these people die, and it's just stupid. It's really bad.
Well, it is called Burial Ground Massacre.
I know.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to die.
Sounded fun.
Like a good old romp.
Yeah, especially when I was like, kids party at a house. I was like, phew, that's how most good movies start.
awesome.
I also watched this. It's called Sea Ghost on Amazon,
I may have watched that.
but it's The Thing Below is the actual name of it.
Yeah, I think I've watched that.
Where it's like an alien life form that they drill from a drilling platform, and then the government's in on it, and it shape shifts. And it's got the worst CGI ever, dude.
Come on.
Awesome.
That's a low bar. I don't know if it's the worst.
It's pretty
I
bad.
didn't say it was good.
Because you can see like the actors are standing there like with their mouth very wide open, and then
You can almost see the tennis ball hanging there.
there's like really bad looking tentacle CGI coming out of their mouth and stuff. Oh, it's funny. It's a fun one. It's a good time. For like,
Better than Burial Ground Massacre?
oh, by far.
Okay. Well, thank you. That helped me categorize these.
No, it was a good one. The main guy, I don't know who he is, but he looks like Hal Sparks. You guys remember that?
Wasn't it Hal Sparks?
No, he had a different name, but he looked just like him.
I definitely saw it before, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. It's stupid.
Maybe it wasn't that long ago,
But I also watched this one. It's kind of slappy, but I didn't like it. Night's End.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. It's about this guy who gets divorced, and he lives as a shut-in now, so he never leaves
Yeah,
his
he's
house.
kind of like agoraphobic.
Yeah, and he's making
okay.
YouTube videos. That's like he's giving advice and shit. And all of a sudden, some weird shit happens in the background of one of his YouTube videos, and then he thinks there's a ghost in his house, and he starts doing all this weird shit. And
He starts
that
trying
doesn't
to
sound.
no,
No,
it was good.
it
The
was
beginning,
good.
the first like
Yeah.
half hour was good.
I thought the first. How long was it? 2 hours.
like an hour.
I'll say the first hour and 45 minutes. I thought were really good, but
Yeah, but then he calls like this guy who wrote a crazy spiritual book, and
yeah, trying to capture the ghost in his house.
yeah, and then he gets on like a big YouTube channel where they're doing like a live feed and trying to exorcise like his demons or whatever.
And up to this point, it was pretty good. I
Yeah,
thought.
it was good until they got to the live feed.
Yeah. Even part of the live feed wasn't bad,
Yeah.
but then the last 10 minutes.
Oh
my God. Usually, Chump Slap would love like the random
Yeah.
out of nowhere turn.
No, yeah, I would have loved this ending, but they didn't do it right. I don't know.
Oh, I thought just the idea of the ending wasn't
Yeah.
very good, but
Well, I thought it was neat, but the way it was so predictable, and it was just
I almost think
the acting was
if
so
it had
bad.
a cliche ending, it would have been a lot better.
Interesting. I mean, I'm
Maybe.
listening
I don't
to
want to ruin
sound-
it just because I want him to watch it. And
Yeah, you should definitely give it a go because I don't know, man.
So you're saying like it was great up until
I don't think. I mean, it
last
wasn't
10
great, but
minutes?
I was intrigued for the first 85% of the movie. Probably.
Yeah, it was decent, and then I don't know. It was
Yeah,
kind of funny when he's like, "All right, there's a scene where he has a spirit jar. Like you guys know what that is.
Don't ruin it. Yeah.
Ah, all right. Yeah, you're right.
You got to watch it, Poppascotch.
Just-
we'll make a mini soda about it, just the whole movie.
Okay,
Give
I'll
it
have
a
to check it
look,
out.
man. I don't know. I think it was on Amazon or Hulu or something.
Yeah, it was. It was something that we both have. So.
Yeah. Well, give it a look. Night's End, man.
I'll check it out.
you-
I'm interested. I'm listening.
I didn't know if he was like going insane in the beginning. It was so good. It was just
Yeah. And then there were actually spooky part.
yeah.
And then it became a joke of itself.
It's almost impossible to explain without you seeing
unless
the
you
movie.
saw it. Yeah,
But everybody, go watch Night's End.
yeah, check it out, man.
Do you got who's in it? I don't know much about
I
it.
don't think
Nobody.
anybody's in
I didn't know
Nobody?
anybody.
Well, the one guy I think is in Empire, but the other people I don't really know. No,
No.
one guy,
The YouTube
Michael
guy.
Shannon.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Michael
yeah,
Shannon's
yeah,
in it.
he's
I forgot
huge.
about that.
Yeah,
How'd I forget?
he's only a bit part.
Yeah, I know. That's the
Top
reason I
billing
turned it
though,
on.
son. Top bill.
I turned it on because I was like, "Oh, Michael Shannon, fuck yes!" And then he's only in it for like 3 minutes, but
Yeah, and there's like random people just from random shows that aren't like super popular or that I've watched. Anyway.
yeah, I didn't know anybody else. But
Okay.
yeah, give it a go because the acting's really terrible when they're doing the live feed too. It's pretty funny, but
That's a bummer.
it's funny.
Yeah. Shit, it's
Is it like supposed to be funny?
no,
It's supposed to be
Oh.
serious.
no, like
I think.
you'll see when you watch it exactly
Yeah,
what we're
you know
talking
what
about.
we're fucking talking about, man.
Okay. Because you guys sound like you're not willing to commit to any kind of genre or style or actions or anything
It's
here.
I don't want to ruin any ending for you.
Okay.
It's kind of like, all right, let's say a lot of it's filmed through like a Skype like camera and shit.
Yeah.
And then like because he's putting YouTube videos up.
Yeah,
and
he's trying to
stuff.
start a YouTube channel because he doesn't want to actually. He lost his job because he was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
It's his whole backstory, but
Yeah. And then he's calling people on Skype and stuff. So
yeah, like his old friends and his ex-wife. And
Yeah.
you have to see it.
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay. Sold. I'll check it out this week.
But you just
Lest I
changed my
forget.
opinion.
I
You
don't
just changed my opinion on it. Now it's pretty good.
it's hard to say, like give it an accurate description of it because so much of it is pretty decent.
yeah.
Well, we're end of the day. The credits roll. Were you guys happy you watched it?
No, but I want other people to watch it.
Yeah, I would say the exact same thing.
So they'll also be miserable, or like you
No,
can't
'cause you
comprehend
have
what
to-
you
you
saw.
have to see it.
You have to see it
Okay.
to understand.
I don't know what the hell else to say, but you just have to watch it. It's
Well,
silly.
there you go. Everybody out there on the subreddit, go watch Night's End, and we'll all talk about it there.
Yeah. But that's it
Including
for
myself.
me then.
Well, then with that, how about we get into video game news / stuff?
Oh, yeah. What's going on in the video game news today? I don't know. Poppascotch, tell me so.
Oh, wow. I don't know. Poppascotch, tell me so. You did it. You've done it again.
Thank you.
You've done it again.
Now, if you can only remember it next week.
Nope. It's going to be different.
And, okay, so in news, the big thing that came out this week that we're going to talk about and discuss, and we're going to get your guys' opinions on this, is the PlayStation Plus Project Spartacus revamp thing has been announced.
Can we talk about the name and how dumb it is?
What's wrong with Spartacus?
Oh, I don't think that was just the code name. That's not
Oh,
the actual
yeah.
name of the service.
What's it called now?
Oh, I was going with Spartacus being dumb.
No.
It is pretty dumb. And if that's what they went with, it would be dumb, and we would be talking about it. But that was, I guess, just the internal code word they used for it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, we got 3 different tiers.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with PlayStation Plus Essential, the bottom tier.
Which is your normal PS Plus you have now.
It
Same
is
price and everything, yeah.
exactly the same. Multiplayer access, 2 monthly downloadable games, your discounts, cloud storage for game saves, $9 or $10 a month, or $60 for the year. And everyone obviously pays for the year because it's
Yeah, I'm sold.
half the cost. So that basically remains unchanged from everything you have right now with PlayStation Plus. So if you want to go up a tier for PlayStation Plus Extra, it includes everything I just talked about in the Essential version, but it also includes a catalog of up to 400 PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 games.
4 or 5?
4 or 5.
Is it?
That's priced at $15 a month or $100 for the year.
I don't know.
Well, then the next tier up, PlayStation Plus Premium, that includes all the Essential and the Extra package, the two I just mentioned. But it also includes up to over 340 games that include PS3 titles, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation Plus. There'll also be
PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sorry. Yes, PSP. PlayStation Portable.
So it's just like PlayStation Now.
It's basically the combination of PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus.
And they don't give us day one free shit like
Well, they didn't
Microsoft.
mention any of that yet.
Yeah.
They didn't
I'm sure
mention
they
any of
do.
that.
They would fucking pound that in if they did.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus Premier, the top tier also includes time-limited game trials. So probably like, I mean, I would love to see day ones.
Shit? Yeah.
But if they're just going to do like, oh, this game just came out. Well, if you have PlayStation Plus Premium, you can play an hour of it. Whoa.
Yeah. No, they'd have to give you like a week or two, right?
Right. And that game's, that tier is $18 a month or $120 a year. So that's the one thing I do like about it is if you're already all in on PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, you're paying the exact same price.
Yeah, exactly.
But it just sucks that if you're playing PlayStation Now and you only want PlayStation Now, there's essentially no way to just have that.
But if you have just PlayStation Now, you already do.
Don't you
PS
have?
Plus.
You need PS Plus to have PlayStation Now?
I would think so.
That's a good question. I don't think so. I thought they were like totally separate $60 services.
Yeah, but can you?
You can't play online then with PlayStation Now?
I don't think you can. I could be now.
Well, I know you can with. I played Castlevania Harmony of Despair online through PS Plus or PS Now, so I assume.
I have to assume it's like a game-by-game thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think NBA 2K19 still has their online shit running. So you can't, like, download that and do it. But
I also heard that they're giving trophies to old PS1 and PS2 games.
I didn't hear that officially, but that's exciting. I mean, it'd give me a reason to go back and play some.
I think it's just to give you a reason, just for people to get suckered into the higher tier right away, and then
they should have a trophy display like in your profile where you could pick your 5 favorite trophies.
Oh man,
that'd be pretty sweet.
Which 5 would I pick?
I'd pick the 300 game and Tekken Bowling.
There you go.
There's a trophy for that?
No, that was PS2 days.
I don't have this in the rumors, but there's a rumor that more PlayStation VR 2 stuff is going to be announced, and there's going to be actual gameplay shown and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
I was just thinking, like, it could be fucking sweet if, like, well, before I get into this, are they bringing back PlayStation Home? Because I heard rumors they were, but making it like a VR space, like Meta's bullshit.
Maybe they're just holding it off until the VR comes back.
Because it'd be awesome if you had like your own house, so you can go into a room and it's like your trophy case.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You earned. That'd be fucking sweet.
There were trophies for Tekken 10.
You could have like a Scrooge McDuck trophy pool.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
What are you gonna put your platinums for Sakura Succubus in the?
That's gonna be when you walk into the trophy pool room. That's gonna be the one right on the diving board. So you knock it off every time you jump off it. For Sakura Succubus, the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation 5 version is down there by your towel.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? I'm gonna go with the top tier because I'm already paying for both.
I think you get the top tier if you have PS Now already.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, when it transfers over.
Yeah, grandfathered in.
I probably will at some point if I ever get less than 20 games on my PlayStation.
I think that's reasonable. I mean, you've got so many already to play. Why would you just?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've spent so much time looking through the Now catalog. I mean, it's a big catalog, and there's nothing I want to play on it.
It's like they brag that there's 400 games, and like 320 of them are just like shovelware bullshit.
Yeah, it's silly.
I watched the video. I forget who it was. I think it was Drew Gooden. Someone who's, gets way more views on YouTube we ever will.
Mm-hmm. Anybody?
I don't believe that.
Yeah, anybody?
Cooking with
They
Marcus?
played through a bunch of the PlayStation Now offerings, and they were like the best games. And the guy played through like Fallout 4, and that was like the worst games. And it was like Firefighter.
Yeah.
2006 or something.
Yeah, it's silly.
Firefighter 2006.
Like, how is it going to work? Because I'm paid up with PlayStation Now till I think like November. So I'm sure they might make me pay more in November. But I'm paid up for PlayStation Plus till like 2027.
I don't know. They'll probably just ask if you want to upgrade.
Or just like fold it all in. Like, you can have just PlayStation Essentials until 2027, or if you want to fold them in, you have them both until 2025.
Like, here's a rebate for all the stuff we have.
Yeah, who the hell knows? Maybe they'll just do that. Stop buying it cheap and fucking
yeah.
when it's on sale.
That's the thing too. Are they still going to sell just like PlayStation Plus Essential for like $40?
Maybe.
And can I stack those? You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. We're gonna have to wait and see.
It's gonna be so exciting.
Real exciting. I'm gonna shit.
We're gonna have to dedicate a whole episode to that.
Oh yeah.
You guys can stop me at any time.
I think it's funny.
I got way too late till I realized no one gives a shit anymore. So if you guys want to stop me, that'd be awesome. Christ. All right, so
That's why I tune in.
yeah, a lot of people in the fucking subreddit love it. So, other news: Breath of the Wild got delayed until 2023. I haven't played.
Maybe I'll buy a
I might buy a Switch.
Switch
but
at that time.
I have one and I barely ever touch it. And I have Breath of the Wild and I played 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
of it.
think I'd get the portable and keep it in my shitter.
That's,
I mean,
At least you know you'd play it.
yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'd probably
Several
be on
hours
my
a day.
phone the whole time.
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Then you look over and you see it again. You're like, oh shit, that's right. And then
Yeah,
repeat ad nauseum.
or you drop it in the toilet or something by accident.
by accident.
God damn it. Yeah, you're right. I can't. Because there are the master bathroom, which is a gross overstatement because it just has enough room for a shower and a sink and a toilet.
I hear you.
Like it's not
no master anything about it.
there's no it's basically a closet with a shower in it. You walk in, directly to the left is the sink, above it is the medicine cabinet, right next to that's another shelf, and right below that's the toilet. Once a week something goes into the toilet. Once a week.
I'm impressed.
And then when it's toothbrush, that gets thrown out. when it's like
Soap, I just put it back out.
it's like Band-Aid, god damn it, and then that goes in the garbage. It's every week something goes in that toilet. You think I'd know by now to put the seed again? You guys can stop me anytime.
No, man.
During any of this.
That's
I like zoning out.
why I
Speaking
put my
of zoning
seat down.
out, this isn't news, but I wanted to talk about it. Have you guys seen any of this gameplay from Ghostwire Tokyo, and what are your thoughts?
No, and I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know, but it sounds fun.
it does, right?
Yeah. I didn't watch any gameplay or anything, but
Is it out?
It's out, yeah. It just came out.
maybe it'll be my next game to play. Who knows, man?
Check out some YouTube videos about it because it looks like someone's doing all kinds of wild karate moves, like Tai Chi, and then all of a sudden, like a blast of energy kills
He
somebody.
calls Tai Chi karate moves.
It's
Well,
a type
you know-
of karate.
I never claimed to be a karate master.
Yeah, obviously.
Never did. Yes, okay. Okay.
All right.
Easy. And then there is another rumor I want to talk about. Apparently, this is from I don't know how you even want a half-right source. Like this source, apparently this source is known for being correct and also wrong 50-50, right? So there's some legitimacy to it.
So
but
it's a source.
no, it's a source. It's a person that knows somebody. They said GTA Online this summer is going to be introduced to Liberty City, which means a whole new huge-ass map.
Who cares?
I'm not exactly sure what that means.
You got to play old maps with GTA Online shit.
Oh.
The universe of Grand Theft Auto, the first one, well, number 3 took place in Liberty City, which was New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then San Andreas took place, Vice City took place in Miami. San Andreas took place in like LA, Vegas, that area. And then the new one, Grand Theft Auto 5, well, the new one that's 9 years old, that takes place in Los Angeles. So when they say Liberty City, that means the map will no longer be Los Angeles, it'll be New York.
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares? I never played the online.
I think we talked about this before, but I might take a look. I might, because now it's apparently completely different.
Did you ever play Fortnite?
Nope, never did.
Do you know they got rid of building? You can play only guns now, man.
I thought building was like the whole thing.
I know, but I hated that part. Like
Oh, okay.
the gunplay was fun, but
I think that's definitely the thing that kept me off of Fortnite, is just the running around, seeing people building these structures, and then seeing them get sniped from 900 feet away, and I'm like, no, I don't like any of this. I don't like the building. I don't like the campers.
it's fun
No,
to play if you just have guns, but I cannot build as fast as these children, and it just gets ridiculous when you're just shooting at someone and then they just build like a tower above you, shoot you, jump over, shoot you from behind. I don't know. It's annoying.
It sounds fun.
I know, but now they got rid of building, so it should be fun again.
It should be.
See if
Fuck
you
'em.
can find me on Fortnite.
Yeah, go for Chump Slap. But yeah, that's all I got for video game news / stuff.
Oh, news is over. It's time for the game.
How about we get into it?
All right.
This game, I had never heard of it. I knew nothing about it.
neither.
I don't know how I missed it, really.
Yeah, it's right down your alley, man.
Yeah.
It is the game where we ask the question, Can a psychic completely kill every military person in Russia, Siberia, Dobrusk? Yes. The answer is yes.
Sure can. He's
Some of these
psychic.
questions are more clear than others. That's just how this
Can a
part works.
skeptic be the craziest psychic you ever met?
That was so much better. You should
Yeah,
start
you should
writing
write
these.
this shit. We are, of course, talking about Second Sight.
Ooh.
It was released September 21st, 2004. Number one song. I really don't think you guys are going to get this because I don't know if I've ever heard it.
Just go ahead, shoot.
It is Goodies is the name of the song by Ciara featuring Petey Pablo. As
Oh,
always,
yeah.
shout out to Petey Pablo.
Oh yeah, it's like
Well, Sierra,
it's
yeah.
like give me those goodies, give me those goodies.
So you've heard it before.
Fucking yeah, I did.
I like the confidence. Number one movie. Ironically, I've completely forgotten what it is. It's The Forgotten.
Never heard of it.
I think it has.
I heard of it once. I think
Yeah.
Oh God, what's her name?
Leonardo
Renee Zellweger.
DiCaprio.
You always say Leonardo DiCaprio. No,
Oh, that's The Departed,
Berry.
right?
The Departed.
Rachel Lee Cook.
No, I'm looking it up.
Jada
Elizabeth
Pinkett,
Shue.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Julianne Moore.
Oh. Jada Pinkett Smith. Ooh. Going for the
topical.
fire. Maybe if we say an alopecia joke, Will Smith will come slap us.
Oh, I wish.
Oh, come and get it. The logline is after being told that their child never existed, a man and woman soon discover there's a much bigger enemy at work.
Oh, I've seen that. That's actually pretty good.
That sounds neat.
It was number
Your
one,
kid
right?
never existed.
Neat. Okay. Anyway, this day in history, September 21st, 1937, J.R.R. Tolkien, The Hobbit is published by George Allen and Unwin in London, England.
The world has never been the same.
Nope.
Fucking nerd. This game was released for PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube, developed by Free Radical Design, published by Codemasters. It is a single-player action-adventure stealth game.
Stealth.
Obviously, lots of science stuff going on. So Dr. Syintist is clearly the person who chose this.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
The protagonist is a scientist.
So, Dr. Syintist, lead us into it. Tell us what this game's all about.
Well, you play as a guy named Dr. John Vadek,
John Vadek.
and who's just like a professional skeptic, I guess, parapsychology researcher.
Yeah, he probably has a crazy YouTube channel.
Well, not at this time, but
I guess he makes his living debunking bullshit psychics.
Yeah.
kind of like the Amazing Randy, but science-y.
hmm
He's probably a Skeptic magazine writer or something, you know.
Something back in the day.
Yeah.
Like those assholes who make the videos that show how magicians do all their tricks.
I don't think they're assholes.
Just let me have the mystery. Let me have it.
I like believing magic.
I like to think and try to figure it out, but I never do.
Yeah, no, it's it's so obvious how he did it. All right, I gotta see how someone explained it to me.
Yeah, because you try to work backwards.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I can figure this out. All right, so clearly she was in that box the whole time. No, I don't got it.
Yeah.
No, wait, the box was underwater. How did she get in?
I like brain teasers like that I can't figure out. You know what I mean?
Okay. And, I'm going to pause you just for a second. I know you just started talking. But this fucking opening scene, these accents, holy
accents?
shit.
I don't know.
These two jabronis who are screaming about him getting wheeled into the facility.
The very beginning. Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got another one, don't we, Bob? Like, oh, we sure do. This fucking gabagool. They didn't say gabagool.
But people don't
They
talk
might as
like
well.
that?
Well, they do. That's what makes it beautiful.
And
Anyway.
I think 90s video game voiceover artist is my dream job.
Oh, yeah.
I really think it is.
Yeah, you could have been in
Could've
every
killed it.
game, man.
Like, okay, this character's from New York. No problem. Got it. Hey, I'm from fucking New York, huh? Fit in with any 2000s game out there. Or 90s, whatever.
Yeah.
But enough about me. As you were saying, Dr. Scientist?
Well, the game opens up with, I guess you can infer you're on a stretcher or something because you're like slowly opening your eyes and closing them, and there's people talking about you, wheeling you down a hallway and stuff, and they're like, oh, he killed a bunch of dangerous people. We got to lock him up, drug him, blah, blah, blah. And you eventually just wake up and you're tied to a bed in this hospital-like room, but no windows.
Whoa.
And you're like, huh,
Isolation.
yeah. You start walking around. And you realize you remember your name's John Vatic, and you're like, oh, I just gotta. I remember. And then this is the first of many scenes where you go through like a pain and you have a flashback, sort of.
Right.
This is a classic protagonist has amnesia situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know it. You love it. Same setup.
Everybody loves it.
So so it flashes back to a scene of you walking into what could only be like a military planning session.
I believe it's the Pentagon, right?
It might be. And you meet Colonel John Stark, who is the head of this Marine division or whatever.
Winter Ice Squad.
Yeah, a highly trained squad. They shouldn't have done that because ice means something completely different these days. But
I know, right? I thought that too. It's like, what, are they keeping Canadians out of winter ice?
I was thinking the immigration and customs enforcement
Yeah,
agency.
keeping Canadians out of America.
Oh, yeah.
The winter ice, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, got it. Yeah.
I was way off. when you said icing, I'm like, are these assholes really dropping on one knee and giving people Smirnoff ices?
What?
I'm not proud of that. You remember people getting iced? Do you remember that from the early 2000s?
Kind of.
It was like an internet meme where, people picked interesting and fun ways to trick people by looking at a Smirnoff ice, then they had to drop to one knee and chug it.
Oh yeah.
That's getting iced. So you're like, icing. I'm like, oh, that? Really?
Interesting.
How did you remember? Nice pull.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know. The best jokes are ones you have to explain for 5 minutes at least.
Man, I'm gonna start icing people again.
That'd be good.
I'm going to kick your dick off your body if I walk in there next time and you have a fucking newspaper with a Smirnoff ice in it. That's just what's going to happen.
Well, you're gonna have to get to your knee and chug it first.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in. Maybe if you catch me in the right day.
Anyway.
Jesus.
So Colonel John Stark ices Dr. Vatic. And no, he's like, I'm here as an advisory role for this team. What's going on? And he's like, we just got to go through this. So you sit through a meeting, and it's about a parapsychology researcher named Viktor Grenko, who's in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, he used to study all this parapsychology stuff, and he did some unethical practices.
Now we got to find out.
And he was captured by Russians, and he's in Siberia, and we got to try and he wants asylum from us. He contacted us, and you are going to go with these Marines and get him out of there. And you're like, why? I'm a researcher, and psychic attacks don't exist.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we brought this badass expert on parapsychology, Jane Wilde.
She's a psychic advisor.
Yeah.
She has psychic powers.
She's your classic believes everything psychic thing.
Yeah, it's like they knew each other. Vatic.
Well, I'm pretty sure he debunked her a couple of times or something like that.
Yeah, they definitely had a relationship before this moment.
Some sort of
'Cause,
professional.
You? Fucking But I love how they bring him in to do this thing, and slowly it kind of unravels. I won't get into it yet. The mission is this guy in Russia who has, I think they said he's been like out of touch for like 50 years.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And they hear he's doing like wild research. He reached out and says, I want to defect. And they're like, okay, just check out if this is real. But bring guns.
Yeah, and get him out of there if you can actually get out.
Yeah.
But is it just a fact-finding thing? Like, well, if you got something good, we got to get him out of here.
Well, they just want to track him down. They want to know.
And I guess
what
you're
he's
there
doing.
to... Well, you play as John Vatic. You're there to verify his research and see if it's actually something.
Yeah.
And
But
Jane keeps saying, like, only you can save us. You got to come with us.
Yeah, she has other ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So boom,
Okay.
your flashback's over, and you're back in the future. And you're like, oh, all that did happen. So you're escaping this hospital, I'll call it. It's probably just a prison, more like it.
Yeah, some type of
And
government-run facility.
You start unlocking psychic attacks, I guess, or re-unlocking them. And you can attack and throw things at people and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you just fight through the hospital.
yeah, fighting security and stuff. And you eventually get to a place where you find your file on a computer. Just, I guess, there. You open it up. And it just has your name and Jane's name, and it says you're incarcerated and Jane was killed.
Yeah, it's like top secret, but he just opens it up without a password or anything.
Well, it's so top secret, you don't need passwords in this place.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, the facility's already protected, guys. What are we going to do, passwords after that?
Like,
Get the fuck out of
seriously.
here.
It's like in video games when they put keys behind keys. It's pointless.
Smart.
Very smart.
So as soon as you read that, you kind of like go through your pain thing again and flash back to you're already in Siberia, and Jane keeps saying like, "Oh, you're here to protect us," blah blah, and you're walking through the cold, and
Yeah, she says you're the only one that can protect them.
yeah, and we're like, we're not actually here to save Granko. We're here to get what Granko created. All kinds of vague things, like she knows more about what's going on. Then there's a bunch of explosions, and you save Jane from an explosion, and then you come across like there must be other people looking for Granko around here because it's not just Russians and us here.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was the Russians protecting him. Who were the other people?
Well, there are there too, but there's another group that seems to be looking for him that's fighting the Russians. You come across a couple of them.
Yeah, and you call the colonel.
Yeah.
And he's like, "These aren't secure comms. Where are you?"
Tell me exactly where your location is.
Yeah, that was pretty
So
funny.
everyone can hear.
Yeah. But eventually you find out, I don't remember exactly how, but you find out that the info about his research is to the north in a town. So you got to get out of here. And you basically escape and save Jane again and escape this little facility in Siberia. And then, boom, you're back to the present. So you look at the file you just looked at, and it says Jane's incarcerated. You're like, what?
What? She was just dead.
And you click on it, and she says like schizophrenic attacks, and she's delusional. And she's in Vermont, so I got to go there.
Yeah, where do you start?
Virginia.
Virginia, that's right.
What?
And here it shows like another ability you have. You can like astral project and turn off barriers and stuff to get through them. And
Yeah, and you got your glasses back.
yeah, I don't know when that happened.
Yeah, I don't either, but you just got them all of a sudden.
And is John Attic in the what we know as the present? Is he like buff or sick and dying? Because I could not tell the difference.
I couldn't tell. It was a very, very strange artistic choice for their
Yeah.
faces. And
I
shit.
just assumed he was a
Yeah,
normal
for sure.
dude and just had psychic powers.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were all pretty just.
But yeah, because well, I mean, then he gets caught by a bunch of people and does like a big like psychic explosion and knocks them all out. And people yelling, "He's a threat! Catch him!" As well, it's a quick cut to a scene of a shady guy in a dark room on a telephone. It's like, you got to catch him. You can't let him get out of there.
Oh yeah, we have no idea who this guy is.
Oh yes, yes.
And then there's another quick jump to you in Vermont and Jane in this asylum.
Yeah.
So you break into the asylum and you go all the way and find Jane. You break her out and you start talking to her. She eventually becomes lucid because she's pretty much delusional the entire time.
She's on some type of drugs.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
And she mentioned something like, the colonel was shot. You were there.
So you
And then-
remember.
And then blah, back to the flashback.
I like in this flashback when the colonel's like, "Yeah, Jane's a great asset. She told us about this briefcase nuke in SoCal,
Yeah.
and it saved the world."
Yeah, that's kind of how the scene starts. Like
Yeah.
her psychic abilities saved the SoCal, at least SoCal.
I thought that was interesting. I thought how the people who are supposed to be the serious adults in the room are like, "Nah, she's with us." And he's like, "Are you crazy? She's a psychic. She's full of shit." It's like, well, she saved a lot of lives with her psychic powers, so she's coming.
Yeah, exactly. The military guy's like, "Well, I believe her."
Yeah, like, you're not talking shit. This is my
And it's
girl.
like,
And
she said,
saved me.
I'm not going with you unless you bring John Vatic too. So it's
Yeah.
kinda weird.
But, no, you know what? We'll get into it at the end.
All right. So you are walking with your crew and whatnot, and you basically start seeing ghosts around,
Yes.
which is you're kind of like psychic projections, whatever. And you follow them, and you eventually get to a pipeline, a building on a pipeline, I guess. And the Russians are running around like evacuating, and they're like,
Oh God, it's the American Hydrocarbon Pipeline Project.
I forgot to write down what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a U.S. pipeline in Russia. And you're like, we gotta stop them. And we're like, well, we'll go in the morning. And you're like, we can't, they're leaving. He's like, well, trank everybody.
Yeah. Sneak around tranking everyone, dude. Make sure they're sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Me and you.
the Marine
Sneak
tells
around, trank.
the skeptic scientist guy to go around tranking everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, like, one of the ghosts takes over Stark's body and is like, you got to save us. We're in this village, I don't know, somewhere around here. It might be north.
Where they're like, we're under the facility or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But I do remember in this section, Starks, who's just, well, as you're playing the game, because I did watch some of the gameplay, like, you're really great with a gun. You're not just some slouch that hides.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes more sense with the gameplay, like why he's like, oh, you got this.
Yeah. But still, I mean,
yes, still it's pretty ridiculous. Yes, but I don't know. There's some justification, right? That's got to mean something.
I don't know.
Okay.
well, maybe, yeah. But anyway, the ghost tells you that. Well, I guess it's someone taking over Stark's body is what it is. And he's like, save us, we're underneath. And eventually you're walking around and like Stark falls and gets captured by a bunch of people.
Stay back. This floor doesn't look very stable. Oh god!
And he falls through, and he's like, what? And then you eventually fight and save Stark from getting captured there.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that there's the other people besides the Russians are U.S. Special Forces, which you're a part of, but I guess this is another Special Forces thing.
Oh, this is the National Security Executive.
Yeah, the NSE.
No.
So close.
So boom, you're back. And it shows kind of like you escape from the asylum through the sewers.
It's just like in the next sentence when you get back, she's like, "Oh, let's go save the Colonel," and you're like, "Wait, he's alive?"
Yeah.
And
the shady dude from the dark room smoking cigarettes shows up. And he's like, "We gotta capture him or use lethal force." I mean, those are kind of the two choices.
dead or alive.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a way of saying it without saying it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then you and Jane escape the sewers. And Jane's like, let's go talk to the Colonel. And you're all confused. You're like, I thought he was dead. He's like, no, don't you remember you saved him? Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
He was court-martialed because they were hiding. The government was trying to hide something, and they framed him, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So he was court-martialed, and then he ran and hid before he could actually be court-martialed, which I don't know how that works.
Well, he's hiding in Queens now.
Yeah. He gave her an address.
It's crazy that he was going to get court-martialed and was able to get away. Because, I mean, if you're on trial in the military, you're in a military prison. Like, you're not just
Yeah. You're not
out in the
just
street.
on parole.
It was very clear that whatever happened here wasn't good, and they pinned it all on Starks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're supposed to get from
you
this.
still don't remember exactly what happened.
No.
No, this whole game is you not knowing and you just remembering bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But it took me way too long to understand what was happening.
Oh, really?
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Well, they
Yeah, we will.
they show it though.
But go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So he gave her an address, and you eventually go and you end up in Queens, and there's a whole bunch of drug dealer stuff going on, and men in black walking around looking for Stark.
And gangs.
Yeah. But eventually you come across Stark, and he's like, "Oh, Vatic, I thought you were dead." And he's like, "Well, why'd you think that?" And he's like, "Well, everyone else was killed. Everybody on Winter Ice was dead. Dead. Boom. Flashback hits you.
Oh, shit.
In the flashback, you get to this town where it's like a Russian base or whatever, some kind of base.
Durbansk.
Yeah. And you see, and there's like a bunch of dead villagers laying around and stuff, which, wow, I guess that repeats today.
Yeah, seriously. It's just
History is-
Russians killing civilians.
Yeah, Russians killing civilians and taking stuff.
Yikes. What else is new?
Yeah.
Right.
But you can see that they're removing kind of research stuff, so there's the labs around here somewhere. And you eventually, like, you do a random bunch of things, like set snipers up and do a bunch of crap. Eventually, you flash back to the present. You find out that everybody on the team lived. It wasn't dead like you thought. You're like, what?
You think he'd be used to this shit by now?
Yeah, because it's happening the entire time.
Yeah.
And then, like, you find out they were all scapegoats for this psychic project, and that the children were underneath the town. And the NSE came on, and it was Project Zener, where they were going to steal all of Grenko's stuff and bring it to the United States and use them, his research on like children and psychic stuff to do stuff there.
They were creating super psychic soldiers.
Yes.
Yeah, so the plan's coming into place. This is why he was so important, but the government didn't say why.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they knew that he was doing psychic soldiers, or if they just got like wind that this is some revolutionary, wild-ass war shit you need to be aware of.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of The Men Who Stare at Goats. Like, the Russians are doing some shit, so we got to do some shit.
Yeah, it's like we heard the Russians are psychically linked and talking to animals to blow up their hearts. So, I don't know, let's get a group together, guys. Like, we gotta fight fire with fire.
Exactly, that's what it felt like.
But anyway,
Red Scare. So many adults did so much dumb shit.
Yeah,
What do they
they're not
think?
getting smarter either.
No, that's a damn shame. Any hoodles.
so the army is there, and they're removing all the stuff to the NSE headquarters in New Jersey. Well, this is in the present day.
Sure.
And you're like, well, I got to go. I want to see what Hansen's doing there. So you travel from New York to New Jersey, and you get to the NSC headquarters. And my favorite part here is when he walks in, he's like, "Hey, I want to see Hansen." He's like, "Who are you?" Dr. John Vatic, and then he kills him.
Yeah. So why did he even answer?
Yeah.
It's like, "Hi, I'm John Vatic. I'm here to see Hansen." Sure. Let me check if you have an appointment. Oh shit! And then bam, you're dead.
Yeah.
That was a fun moment.
And he doesn't even use his
Didn't he,
psychic
what did he
powers.
say? He said like a one-liner.
Oh, I don't even know. Damn it.
Well, it was something like, it's kind of coming back to me, but it was something like, "I guess you did recognize me," or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Fix us in the subreddit. Go ahead. Get over there, Plottytime subreddit. Start the conversation.
So you go through the headquarters, and you eventually find out that Hansen was using the psychic thing to build genetically modified super soldiers
Oh, yeah.
with psychic attacks. And you start hearing, and you're like, I got to go back to Dobransk and figure out what's going on. So boom, you flash back again.
So, was Hansen the money man here?
Hansen was working on the project with Grenko.
Yeah, Grinko needed asylum, and Hansen's like, yeah, we'll bring you to the United States. Just fucking give us all your information
Yeah.
and shit, and we'll
Well,
bring
okay.
you
So
over.
it was more of a blackmail, taking advantage of a situation.
Sort of.
rather than
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So you flash back to the future, and you find the one survivor left in the village who's dying. And she's like, "You got to save the kids. They're underneath the town in a lab, but nobody can go except this guy."
Yeah,
She
she's like,
points to Vatic.
only you can do it.
You have a special thing. The kids won't kill you. Everybody else, they'll just...
Yeah, they'll just slaughter.
So you're like, all right, guess I got to go alone and save all the kids.
He doesn't question it.
No. But you go through, and it's like, you see more Russians and stuff removing intel, and it shows a cutscene where Hansen's like, all right, as soon as we get all his research done and he explains everything, just kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't need him anymore.
Yeah,
Fuck him.
yeah. We are just here for the research. We don't care about Grenko.
There's no way throughout all of his research and notes that we'll ever need to have him elaborate on
Yeah.
any of this or talk about it at all.
Yeah, he's
No,
writing
he
everything
kept
down.
very good notes.
Let's just kill the old man. He's clearly labeled everything.
Yeah. If we ever have a question, we just go through his own appendix he made.
Yeah, I think that's a little short-sighted, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
the easiest way and the American way that we would fix this is we would just
Throw
give the
money
guy
at it?
like throw money. Just give him a mansion, give him a huge house.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know what? This money's gonna keep coming if you be fucking cool about this and you give us all your research. He'd be like, yeah, clearly, yeah, I'm in.
Well, he really wants
Sold.
to work on it, though. He
Let him.
Hey,
We're
he's
taking
a
it.
weirdo. He likes
Yeah.
working on kids and shit. I don't know.
Well, he's been doing it his whole life.
Yeah, I bet he has.
Well, you go through this.
I mean, let me rephrase here. I don't think it's cool that this experiment is happening.
All right.
I'm just saying, if there was an asset in another country America really wanted, they would give them
Yeah,
money, not just
yeah, we
kill
get
them
it.
immediately. Well, you didn't sound like you got it. You were implying
well, you're
that I
often
thought
on the
it was,
side of Nazis here. It was nice of
Oh.
you.
we
to-
should
here
be
we go.
studying children. Here we okay.
Anyway, you go through the facility and you rescue a bunch of kids, and like they're like, "Thanks, whatever. We can get out of here. Well, you're gonna help us." Eventually, you run into Grenko, and he starts explaining what he was doing, and
Yeah. He's like, hey, you're one of those guys with Hansen. Hey, why don't I just tell you what's happening here?
yeah,
Oh, you're one of us? Cool. Anyway, so what we were doing right now is...
yeah, he's just finding special kids and give them powers, and Grenko's like, "Hansen's taking me to the U.S.," and he's like, I don't know.
Sure he is.
So it goes back to the present, and you come across Hansen, and I just wrote Hansen waxes poetic about human trials because he goes on about, oh, we should do this, we don't need to blah, blah, and me, I'm hurting people, you murdered how many people to get here, and he's not wrong.
Yeah.
And John's like, nuh-uh. that was, I mean, I didn't have exactly his quote, but that was his argument. Like, yeah, well, no, I didn't.
And he's like, do you think I let you escape unintentionally? Of course I let you go because that was the test. I wanted to see what happened. And I've inserted people with these powers all over the country, and I guess in children is the thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, what game did we just do? Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
Yes,
Yes, I was
exactly.
just going to make this, yes.
Then he's like, well, I'm going to kill you, Hansen. What are you going to do about it? And he's like, I got Jane Wilde over here with a gun to her head.
Oh, no.
What?
And then you're like, okay, I can't do anything about it.
And he literally says the words, you can't change the past.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say that. You can't change the past. Oh, he might have well just been like, oh, really? And wink.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's because then after he says you can't change the past, he's like, you can't go into the past and change it. Then you kind of like starts the flashback, but you hear shots. I don't know if they shot wild.
Yeah, kind of made it.
It kind of made it seem that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I did get that. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
So it goes back to the flashback, and you're asking Grinko about Hansen, and you're like, hey, buddy, Hansen doesn't give a shit about you. He only wants the samples. And then a soldier just walks in and shoots Hansen or Grinko in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, oh, this guy. That's right. I was supposed to kill him.
And then he looks at you like, oh, you're here too?
He's like, what are you doing?
How'd you get
It kind of reminded me of that Always Sunny when Frank just walks in and does all the coke and everybody's just staring at him and he doesn't realize it at first.
Yeah.
Is this how you start
That's a
every
good
day?
bit they've done a couple times. Like when they were in that office having that huge argument about if there was a helicopter launch, like pad on the the roof of the building. And the guy's like, are we going to get to this or what? And you didn't realize he was sitting on the other side of the desk the entire time. Again, the best bits are ones I have to explain.
Exactly.
So, and then you escape from this Russian facility and you're looking for, and it kind of flashed back to the present and you start looking for Hansen throughout the thing and you start having hallucinations kind of your flashbacks and the present mixing together.
What?
And here comes the big reveal. You get a hallucination of yourself from the beginning of the game in the hospital.
No.
And you're like, hey, buddy, this is only one possible future. And he's like, then you find, it goes through this long explanation, but, and Wild helps explain it.
So it turns out the present was the future?
No.
Really? That's what I got out of it.
No. His flashbacks are the present.
Yeah.
That's
So the present
the past is
is
the present.
possible futures.
God damn it. So
What you think is the present
I think
is his vision of the future.
Yeah. The present is possible futures.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And
yes, but they keep changing.
Yeah. That's how we could change them because they were just possibilities.
It also turns out that the first psychic ability you ever unlocked in the game was, I guess, what they call precognition.
Mm-hmm.
So all of your things of the future are you using precognition to see what's happening, and then you go through and save the people.
It's kind of like reversed to what they lead you to believe.
Yeah, they lead you to believe you're changing the past, but you're only seeing a possible
You're only
future.
changing the future.
Yeah. So then it's just you going around and they tell you had the ability to see the future the whole time and the children knew it. And that's why they brought you here because they wanted to see you be saved. And then you come across Hansen in the facility and there's a nice little thing here where the children help to kill you. And then I don't know what they plan on doing with Hansen in his body, but the children are doing something weird.
I assume they ate him. Like that's
kind of what it looked like, but
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, kids, yeah, go get. Oh my God, eating his liver.
That's what they taught
fucking
him.
Dawn of the Dead.
And basically you just kill Hansen and then you save all the kids and everybody gets out of Russia fine.
Don't the kids kill Hansen?
Well, you kind of help.
Yeah, but he's like behind glass and the kids are like, we got psychic powers.
Yeah,
We
they
just show
destroy
up
the
back
glass
there.
and you have psychic powers. So yeah, that's what happens. And
I just have in my note, the children eat Hansen. Are they feral? ?
It was hard to tell. It was
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't know what. Either way, kind of cool.
Yeah, it's
But-
pretty
You're right. Either way, pretty cool.
Eating people's cool. That's what I learned from American or Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It is pretty cool.
He eats people? That's cool.
So then,
But that's basically the game.
in the past,
There
you
was
make
no
it
past
out
ever.
in the present, and everyone survives. Happy ending.
Yeah, and the
Troops
future,
come to shut the
the
fucking
future
place
you
down.
saw the entire time never happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Let's wait for Poppascotch's question corner.
That would mean that it wasn't him being in the present and jumping to the past, changing something, and then going back to the present. It was the precognition, so he would be in the quote-unquote DeBrusque, like the past.
Mm-hmm.
Something would happen. I assumed he would then see the future of that and then get sent back.
No.
No, he'd just have like,
He'd see a possible future.
instead of flashbacks, he had flash forwards.
Yes. That's a good way to say it.
So in the game, you weren't flashing back.
No.
You
No.
were flashing
You're
forward.
flashing forward.
Okay, that was a sloppy way, but that's essentially what I meant. I said that very poorly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like, it makes sense. What I don't understand is how exactly in the quote-unquote past, what is the thing that triggers like a flash forward? Is it just like an important event? Is it like a mental state he can
I don't know.
enact?
They seemed random.
Yeah, I think
They seemed like he had a headache or something and it just blasted him
He,
forward or whatever. or back?
He kind of didn't realize he had the power until he ran into the vision of himself in the quote unquote present future.
Because he thought he was flashing back the whole time.
Yeah.
He thought what we thought.
It was just a psychic power he had, and I don't think he had control over it at first.
Oh, so then
It would like come at important moments where he had to do something to save somebody or
Yeah, like it would show the future where that person would be dead.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, oh, this is the
well,
chance.
now I got a chance to try. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we nailed it then.
Yeah. I think that's what it was about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I mean, it's a little weird way to tell the story, kind of unique.
Yeah. But we'll get to that in final
Yeah,
thoughts.
final thoughts.
That's it. That's the game. We did it. We got through it. We're better people. We understand more about time travel, and we might have a book coming out about time travel.
There wasn't
soon.
any time travel at all.
The fuck there wasn't.
In a way, there was. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, Final Thoughts.
Ooh, I think Scotchy's got a lot to say about this.
Yeah, I
one.
think he should go first. I want to hear it.
Ooh, shit. I don't remember what the fucking questions were. Damn it.
Let me go find him.
Would you play this banger?
Ooh.
Okay.
Was the story good, or did it leave you on a cliffhanger?
Well, that could be a good story.
And that still could be a good story. Or,
Would you get?
and out of 27 stars, what did you flang her?
I can't think of
There
anything
we
else
go.
that rhymes
Damn
that
it.
fits. I was thinking like
Definitely not.
hanger. That doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
right?
Anger. You didn't say anger.
Yeah.
Anger you could have stretched.
Yeah,
Anyway, it doesn't
whatever.
matter.
Who cares?
Because did this video make me want to play the game? Kind of. But I feel like this is one of those very, very rare videos that we watch that really shows us nothing about what the game is or how it's played.
Yeah, it was straight cutscenes when I watched.
It was straight cutscenes. I didn't understand how the gameplay was until I watched like a gameplay video, but that's either here nor there. Does just the narrative and the yes, I'll say yes. It does kind of make me want to play it. I probably won't because it's very dated, and from everything I saw in the reviews, it was very clunky. So I just get annoyed before I finish. The
Yeah,
game.
probably.
So does it make me want to? Yes, sure. Did the story work for me? I think it did. Like overall, sure.
Right?
First of all, I got to the fake reveal way late. Like when he was talking to Starks.
Oh.
That they were trying to lead us to believe that he could change the past.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
it wasn't until after where Stark's like, I can't believe you made it out. I thought everyone was dead.
So what? You thought he like just saw her
Or misremembered things.
records?
I just assumed
back
it
in
was
the
some
day?
kind of like some kind of fog or something
Okay.
that he wasn't understanding. So it took me a while to get that one, which I should have got earlier. And then the final reveal I thought was great. I thought that was interesting because it made the beginning make so much more sense of why Jane's like, no, I'm a psychic. And, they established her as being the real deal, right?
Mhm.
So if she's the real deal, she's like, no, you got to bring this guy along. Maybe I don't completely understand why.
But she
But-
knew he was needed.
Yeah, the kids were
She
reaching
knew-
out to her.
Yeah.
That he had to be there to use his ability that he didn't know he had to make it a successful mission,
Exactly.
which I thought was very interesting because, I didn't see that come until the very end. I thought the reveal was he was going to fix the past,
Yeah, exactly.
the old fake out reveal. So did the story work for me? Fuck yeah, it did. Fuck yeah. So score. This is an interesting one because I don't I want to judge it by the technology and storytelling of the time.
Mhm.
But that's not exactly what we do. We just go overall of is it a good story or not?
Our scores don't mean shit. Stop fucking pretending.
Hey, yo.
Everything.
It's
Everything,
a completely
sir.
scientific method. Cut that part out.
So, okay. So that being said, my only real fallback is looking at what I scored other games, right?
Mhm.
So I have to say that this game, story-wise, I would put it above Fear for sure.
Oh, yeah. I think I would too.
But I don't think I would even go as high as Uncharted Drake's Fortune.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to go with a 13. I think that's a good number. I thought there were interesting ways of telling a story of someone basically having amnesia and figuring out their past identity. But there's time travel, there's psychic abilities. The fighting wasn't
Once again,
just
there was never time travel.
So he's seeing the
there
future.
was storytelling wise, I guess you saw the future. You went through time.
Yeah.
Your psyche did. I don't know. It was interesting. Fuck
Okay,
it.
yeah.
All right.
In the story, there was time travel.
In the story, it took place in 2 different time periods.
Thank you.
No, it was all in one time period.
You're not getting
But
it, dude.
wasn't. Yeah, you're not. You're just not like
Fucking science.
smart enough to get like what happened in this game. You don't appreciate it on as many levels as we do.
You're sounding like beginning of the game John Vatic here.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. So that's it. That's what I'm giving it. 13. Sir Chump Slap,
What's up?
your turn to get some questions. And Dr. Syintist, I think, had some for you.
Oh, yeah. Let me hear him.
Would you play this banger?
Uh-huh.
What was the second question? Did the story work for you, or did it leave you on a cliffhanger? Or that could be a good part of the story, too. And out of how many stars, how much would you give it?
See, that was probably better than
Yeah,
mine.
probably.
But if you say leave them on a cliffhanger, it's bad if you leave them there forever. It's good if you answer the cliffhanger eventually.
Oh, yeah. Like this
But if you
movie
just
I
leave them
watched.
there,
I forgot to talk
ultimately,
about.
never making a
Maybe
sequel.
next week. Did the game didn't make me want to play the game? No. It looked clunky as shit. It looked silly. Actually, I didn't even watch much gameplay, so I couldn't tell you.
I think it's like a third-person action
Yeah.
game.
It's very like it's played as a serious game like Metal Gear, but it's very arcadey. You know what I mean? Like with big reticules and
Yeah.
big
okay.
things blinking and weird gun-looking reticle stuff. Like it's arcadey.
Yeah, so I probably wouldn't play it. Story work for me. I thought it was a good one. The whole twist with the time travel. It worked. It was interesting. And I mean, as far as character and personality and shit went, there wasn't much of that. But
What do you mean? There was the Colonel Hardcore Marine guy.
yeah, it was too generic, okay? But the story on a whole was pretty neat. I like the whole switcheroo at the end. I was like, oh shit, no.
I honestly I didn't see it coming. I thought the reveal was over and we were just playing it out at that point.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, so he's gonna try to save everybody by going in the past. No.
Nope.
Psych.
Fell for it.
I fell for it line and sinker.
I fell for it the whole goddamn time. Well, until the major reveal. But you know what I mean. So, that being said, not very character driven. Didn't care about anybody. Story was basic, but good. I gave it a 10.
Okay, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't...
On the Chump Slap scale, that's certainly reasonable.
yeah. Does Chump Slap go over 13? Well, I don't know.
I mean, you did give 16 to BioShock Infinite and 14 to Batman Arkham Asylum, but that's only because I have the page open right in front of me.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was being too critical. So that leaves us with the man of the hour, the real star of the show, Dr. Syintist.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dr. Syintist, did the story work for you?
That's not the first question.
Shit, no. I got this. Would you play this banger?
Nice.
Did the story work for you, or did it leave you forever at a cliffhanger? And what do you think would be the score you'd give this? Hey, without anger.
Oh.
Maybe that's what we need to do. We just need to build on it each time
Maybe.
and hope we don't fuck it up at the end. Dr. Syintist.
Yes.
Preach.
Would I play it? It might. I don't know. It kind of reminded me sort of, well, I didn't really watch too much of the gameplay, but almost Infamous-like. Sort of, you have powers and you can do whatever.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah,
never.
it's the only thing I would say though is that the sequences where you're in the present fake past are all like first person, not like third person shooters.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the fake possible futures, you have all the psychic abilities, but it's very segregated. Like you don't have.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Yeah. So I might give it a shot. Did the story work for me? I liked it. I mean, nobody died, but it still felt like there was.
You do like time travel. And Hanson died.
Well, yeah.
So did Grinko.
But I mean, like, everybody on your squad died too, but you kind of prevented that from happening in a way. So it was kind of like that. And I thought there was some kind of character development, at least with Vatic.
Maybe, a little bit. But I like side characters.
I thought the reveal was interesting and unexpected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good way to have the amnesia part thrown in, because amnesia's in almost every single game ever.
I thought there was going to be a lot more with the hydrocarbon pipeline. To tell you the truth.
They just abandoned that plot point. Those bastards.
Well, maybe the precognition parts you had weren't about that. You could have... maybe that's coming.
Yeah, maybe.
In Second Sight 2. The fourth sight, or whatever.
Foresight.
But yeah, I like that. It was a nice twist thrown in there. Science fiction-y kind of thing. Killing kids is always good. I guess. I'm just kidding.
He's come out and saying it, people. Like, I didn't even...
Like, seriously.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I liked it. It was a nice twist. I gave it also 13 to agree with Poppascotch.
Oh, shit.
This game must be where Poppascotch is in my charts meet.
Makes sense.
I'm going to have to go back to the math, but I don't know if there's any games we gave the exact same score to.
It's like a Venn diagram where I'm just not quite there with you guys.
It happens. This is why we have 3 different opinions,
All right, and that is 33 stars?
36.
36 stars.
Yep,
36. You gave it 36 stars.
Definitely, for those of you who have been listening, easily within the top 5 of this year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we started hard with BioShock Infinite. That's kind of a lock, right, for the top?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's just the all-time favorite.
Then after that, things get sloppy. But yeah, we gave that a 36, and to be honest, if I'm looking at our scores, we don't really fuck around the 30s a whole lot.
No, it's pretty high.
20s is usually what we hit at most.
20s are very consistent, usually 27 to 31-ish. But just to give you an idea, what's this around? Outlast has a score of 39.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We gave Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon a 40.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
And Prince of Persia Sands of Time just above this with a 37.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think, what do we got below this here? We got Dead Space 2 with a 34.
Yeah. All right, yeah, it's in that area. It was good storytelling, man.
Yeah, I thought it was...
I like
I
what
was
they
pleasantly
did.
surprised.
Yeah.
I was like, what's... And I'm very surprised I haven't even heard of this game.
Exactly.
I don't remember
man.
it coming out at all.
It seems like it could have been like really short, like an hour or two long video game to play.
Yeah.
But like, this was also a weird time in gaming where you still had to get the majority of your gaming news from like print.
Or just walk into a 48-hour video or Blockbuster.
Yeah, see what they have.
And see what they had. I mean, yeah, you like the days of going into a video, well, obviously going into a video store are over, but the days of just blind purchasing or renting or trying something out, they're over. Like, they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look up whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, you couldn't even Google Second Sight gameplay video to see what it was like at that time.
No,
Well, I think
exactly.
there was Google at that time. But...
There was Google, but YouTube.
Definitely not a YouTube.
was a thing, but it was like 10-minute long videos. It wasn't owned by Google, that's for sure.
Yeah.
YouTube was a very different place in 2004.
To have those times again.
But anyway, that being said, ending at a 36, nothing else to say about it, really. So I guess we'll just get into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic 90s Album.
It's the 90s, you're in high school, at least I was.
Or in college sometimes.
Yeah, maybe. What'd you listen to?
He didn't end it. You just did 3 out of the 4. I was waiting for the 4. It's fine. Every week, we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed amazing 90s album of the week. He has never let us down. Everyone's been a banger so far. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Oh, well, you better be up on your trivia game because if you don't get it, Chump Slap's going to get from the quote or the lyric, I guess, from the thing. Anyway, this album was released on September 17th, 1996.
Okay.
That doesn't mean shit to
And,
me.
well, here's the trivia. The album was dedicated by the band to late comedian at the time, Bill Hicks.
Oh, it's Tool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. I wouldn't have got that. He deserves it.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Anima.
Anima. It's a mix of anima and enema.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a very good album. Tool, always good.
I still like the song Enema.
Yeah, it's still one of my favorite songs from them. It's always,
I have a
that
weird
was gonna be
weird
my pick.
relationship with Tool.
A lot of acid.
I certainly don't dislike them.
Dude, they weren't. That was their last great album.
I mean, they were
10,000 Days.
there were
I heard
people
That was
who were
okay, but
really into Tool.
Yeah.
Like really into Tool. And I listened to them and I'm like, this is different. This is interesting. This is good. I like it a lot. But usually when they came on the radio, I'm like, I don't have 9 minutes to listen to this. That's how I felt. Like when I wanted to listen to Tool, Tool was always there for me. But when I was surprised with Tool, I'm like, I'm not really in the mood for Tool.
that's fair, man.
A lot of Booney cruises just listening to Tool.
Between Tool and Pink Floyd, what else did I listen to?
What are some of the bangers off that album?
Enema.
Yeah,
46 and 2. Is that on that?
I don't think so.
I forgot to look at the list of the songs on the album. I just knew it was a good album.
I just Googled it. I'm taking a look at it right now. And just seeing that album cover I've seen on 90 million
Yeah, it was
t-shirts.
like
between like 96 and 2003.
Was that the one that was the 3D?
yeah, it was like a kind of switching
Like
kind of thing.
looked like a TV screen almost. or
Yeah.
something?
Yes, exactly.
Stink Fist, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, and you could flip the album cover around on the CD, and there's a guy sucking his own dick.
Yeah, if you were into that kind of thing.
Well, if you remember that album, I mean,
The ones I really remember from this album, looking at the track list, obviously Stinkfist.
they called it track number 2 when it was on MTV. I remember that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that.
yeah, the Useful Idiots on there too. Eulogy.
Useful Idiot, 46 and 2. That's
Yep.
a big one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Tool did.
Negative
and Hooker with a
Ions.
Penis.
Negative Ions. Yep.
Oh, Hooker with a Penis is good too.
Yeah, Third Eye. Die Ire von Satan.
Yeah, the Eggs of Satan. Right?
I swear,
Yeah.
I swear I know and have heard all of these songs, but right now I blank and I got to give this one a listen, I think.
It's a good album. It's a great album.
D.R. von Satan is so good. It sounds like a Nazi march, and it's just like
Oh,
a recipe for cookies or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my God. I forgot all about that. Because one of our friend of the podcast, Cooking with Marcus, I guess we'll call him.
Yeah.
He was a big Tool fan. And I remember hearing this song and being like, dude,
What do you listen to?
you can't play this. Like, this is bad. And he's like, it's a recipe for cookies. I'm like, there's no fucking way. And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh my, that's the joke. I didn't get it. I didn't get that was a joke. But I distinctively remember that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, great album. Man.
Yes. So
Let's
listen
check
to
it out.
Tool Anima or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it to this day.
Yeah. If I listen to Mr. Yeager, it's Enema.
It probably is. Something like that.
Enema?
Yeah, the AE is
An
E.
Enema.
sound, yeah.
Okay. Well, he probably knows better than I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Go check it out. Enema by Tool. That being said, let's go ahead and roll into our favorite segment of every week, which is Sir Chump Slaps. Who would win in a fight?
Ding, ding, ding. Gloves are off.
Every week we ask Sir Chump Slap for 100% guaranteed amazing recommendations of who would win the 3 fights that I just made up. These are fights from the game we just played, a fight from just gaming in general, and then a fight from history/celebrity.
Woo.
This week, first one from this game, Sir Chump Slap. Not a lot of characters to really work with, not a lot of named characters. So the fight is going to be between Jane, the fellow psychic, and Colonel Starks.
Colonel Starks, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I was going to
lot of
say, if you
variables,
put
lot of
Colonel up
variables.
against anybody in this game, the Colonel's going to fucking take it.
He is
That's
a colonel.
obvious.
He was a big dude, too.
He didn't rise up the ranks of the military to get his ass kicked immediately, right?
Exactly. Well, no. Yeah, Colonel's got this. Doesn't matter what kind of psychic abilities she's got.
I don't think she has any ability.
She can see the future
Oh, yeah.
or something.
I mean, like attack-wise.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, yeah, like offensive abilities?
Yeah.
You can just see things, like, I guess.
I
Yeah.
can see the punch coming. Boom,
Yeah,
hit in the
maybe.
face.
Be
So
like,
I guess maybe in a theoretical situation where she could see all the punch coming, she could, like, kind of dodge in a creative way. So maybe
yeah, I was thinking like Neo
Yeah,
in the
but then-
Matrix where he's like,
But then once you dodge one punch, that changes everything and he can do something else after.
no, but she can see whatever is going to happen anyway.
But can't you see it in real time? I mean, this is
Yeah.
why we
It's
need
like that
to have
movie
the fight.
Knowing, where you can see, where fucking Nick Cage can see like 15 minutes into the future. And he can, when it changes, he still knows what it's going to be 15 minutes in the future, which didn't make sense to me, but that's another podcast.
May
Back
I
to
just
our
say-
classic time travel podcast.
The fact that you just referenced the movie Knowing, I respect you a little less.
Hey.
Not a lot.
Oh,
I didn't know there was any respect here at all.
Okay.
I thought it was a good pull.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we got to watch that new Nicolas Cage movie, too. Did you guys see that one?
No.
The Unbearable Weightness of Fame or something like that?
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I think I told you about this. It's where
Sounds
Nick
awesome. I
Cage is
just heard the
playing
name.
Nick Cage. I'll send you guys a trailer. We'll talk about it. But yeah, so you pick Starks. Second fight, because that's what we're doing. Remember, we're on fights.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
This is a fight
could
from
forget?
gaming. In general, I wanted to give you one that had a stealth person in it, and I wanted to get you one that had a big badass in it. So the fight is between Solid Snake, we'll say from, I don't know, Metal Gear 3. Strongest
Whatever. It doesn't
possible
matter.
Snake
Okay.
in his prime. Snake in his prime versus Nemesis from Resident Evil 2.
Nemesis, the big fucking mutated dude?
Yeah.
The big mutated dude that like stalks
Chases
you
you
through
around
half
the
the
whole
game.
game.
I'm going to go pure strength on that. I don't know what Solid Snake did. I know he climbed around in a box.
Yeah, and he shoots people and stuff.
Well, he's like the classic stealth guy.
Oh, so he could like shoot him from one side of the room, just stealth to the other side and shoot him again.
That's what I'm
But
thinking.
is
Like,
that going to take Nemesis down?
Eventually.
see, Nemesis is the strength with zero stealth. Like Snake is the kind of strong with a lot of stealth.
Yeah.
You know?
What kind of area are they fighting in? If it's an arena, you got to go with.
I've cheesed enough bosses in Soulsborne games to know that stealth could really do the trick here. So
In my mind, it was in the Resident Evil 2 school, but that was just in my head. I don't.
Yeah, I was picturing fire around and stuff.
no, yeah, I'll go with Snake. I think he can whittle his health down until he's finally dead and then dance on the corpse.
If anyone can, it's the guy who can turn into a box, right?
Exactly.
Teabag it.
There we go. So you picked Starks, you picked Snake. Now, fight from history. This is one that's an actual fight by two people who were famous for fighting.
Okay.
And we are talking about these two people in their prime. Not today, because one's dead. So in their prime, Mike Tyson, 93, versus Bruce Lee before he died. I don't remember when he died. Was it like 80?
I
Somewhere
don't
early.
know. I think I'd take Tyson because Tyson just scares the shit out of me in his
Dude,
prime.
he's only got to
dude.
hit with one punch.
Yeah. He's got to connect once, and while Bruce Lee's fucking dancing around, I'm sure he'd hit him somehow. He might bite his
God,
ear
Bruce
off.
Lee died in 73. Okay. Yeah, I know
feel-
that the big narrative is always that Bruce Lee was like the fastest, the best, but he was a little dude.
I feel like a punch from Bruce Lee is not going to hurt Tyson.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to knock him out.
I mean, he's been trained to take punches and shit, and he can, and he can fucking deal out
even if
way
he,
more damage.
Even if he can like stop and try and get him in like a jiu-jitsu hold or something, all he's got to do is connect with one punch and you're out.
Yeah, he's got to fucking just snap with his elbow, and boom, Bruce Lee's dead.
Even if he just hit him in the ribs, you could probably break a couple ribs and then he wouldn't be able to.
I'm pretty sure he can kill Bruce Lee in one punch.
Well, also the thing that people always forget is Mike Tyson, despite being a huge dude, was fast as fuck.
Yeah, that exactly.
Like it was,
I was thinking
both,
even just-
both worlds of terrifying.
Even just in shape-wise, 20 years is a huge difference for what trainers and stuff can do for you.
Yeah, true.
That's a good point. Like I don't want to besmirch Bruce. There's a lot of Bruce Lee fans out there.
No, Bruce Lee was great, but I mean, fucking Tyson is a monster, dude.
Bruce Lee had an amazing amount of talent, like personal talent that he learned to optimize himself.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyson had like more modern technology, more, you know,
And he was just
dietitian,
born
get
gifted.
everything.
I-
He was born gifted. He's fucking huge.
I
Yeah.
just watched a video of him at like 54 or whatever he is now.
Didn't he
Like-
just do a fight not too long
Yeah,
ago?
it's like dancing around and doing stuff.
Yeah, he's sick.
He's a freak of nature.
I mean, I'd fucking cramp a leg and fucking fall to the floor if I tried any of that shit.
I'm pretty sure he would break your jaw in one
My
punch.
leg's cramping right now.
I removed a small bush from my yard yesterday, digging out the root.
Oh,
I might call off work tomorrow.
it's gonna hurt when you wake up, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Like in weird places where I have muscles I don't utilize. Fucking
Crazy.
A. All right, well, let's say somebody had a lot of ideas about how Bruce Lee could have easily killed Mike Tyson if he just used this one special move that we now have today. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, you send that to plottytime@gmail.com and I'll read it and I'll fucking scoff, but I'll respond.
Absolutely. He'll have an answer for you. 100% guaranteed response rate. He's never let anyone down except after like 10 emails. But come on, he's a human being. He can't respond.
No, I still respond.
That's ridiculous.
That's what his pooping time is.
If you want to get to us faster on the socials with more swearing and, I don't know, fan art of Chump Slap, let's say, I don't know, dunking a basketball, where could they do that, Dr. Syintist?
I'm not sure it's quicker than the email, but you can hit us up at plottytime on Instagram and Twitter, or go to the subreddit and
we'll like it. We'll retweet it.
You draw a picture of Chump Slap slam dunking a basketball over LeBron James.
And Bruce Lee.
Shit. Yeah, if you create a piece of fan art of Chump Slap dunking over LeBron James, Bruce Lee, and maybe, if you have time, Dr. J, then we will absolutely send you something signed for free. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. This offer is good until, I don't know. We got
forever, man.
June 1st.
2028.
Get us on the subreddit. You can also head over to YouTube, listen to the podcast there, get around those work filters, like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Dr. Syintist said it, but get to the subreddit, be a part of the conversation. Go to plottytime.com and buy some shit. Rep us out there on the streets.
Right.
We love you.
We do.
As always, don't trust Dr. Syintist. Play some video games. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Durf's up.